You're watching Behind the Bar with Paul Starr.
Welcome to Behind the Bar with Paul Starr, brought to you by Winmau, the proud sponsor of the World Darts Championship. In this very, very bar, we've had Eric Bristow in the past, the 5 times champion of the world. We've had Gary Anderson, of course, the back-to-back and current champion of the world. And earlier on, we caught up with the 1983 champ, Keith Deller, and Adrian Lewis, the back-to-back world champion. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the 2 times the back-to-back champion of the world, Adrian Lewis, and of course the 1983 champion with that. Oh, I can't stop mentioning the 138, Keith. Thanks for joining us on proper Behind the Bar now.
138. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Mention it again if you like.
Yeah. That 138. Does he keep on about it? Is that all he ever talks about?
He does. Yeah. I'll tell you what, right. So we did an exhibition once before I won the world title, and we were there playing on this board, and there was me, Dennis Priestley, and Barney.
Oh, God.
And he says, comes to the practice, 2 boards. He said, he says, world champions only on this board. Right. So I won the world championship that year, and obviously won it again. And then the year after, we were back at Batley again. And he comes over and I said, multiple world champions only on this board.
Yeah. Priestley Barney and him. And as soon as I come over, he went, "What are you doing?" He said, "You should be on that board, mate. This is multiple world champions." I thought, you trust him to remember. You don't forget anything. That's the trouble.
No, that's true. And I tell you what, hey, you looked good last night on the dartboard. Of course, on the exhibition, you both played very well. Hey, 170 to finish off the night. That was fantastic. And you look good. You look good there, Keith.
Not bad. One lad played really well against me. 100 and something, 140 and straight out. Yeah. And I missed the dart at 99 for 83, but thankfully I didn't lose another one.
I got mullered myself by one lad.
Yeah.
13 darts.
The great Dave Minty, 118 at 140. So, AD, you're sat in 4th place in the Premier League. Not the best of weeks last week. It's in your hands. This week you've got Robert Thornton. No disrespect to Robert. It's an opportunity to pick at some points. And is it this stage of the Premier League you look at other matches and think, well, for example, James is playing Michael?
Yeah, well, I think so, yeah. I mean, obviously I've got MVG out the way now as well. Hopefully till the semis, but really looking forward to it. I've got, just got do my job really.
Yeah.
So pick up points in the next couple of weeks.
And your old sparring partner, of course, Mr. Taylor, he's still there. He hasn't lost since the first game of the season. And
brilliant.
And he was like 4.5, 5 to 1 a couple of weeks ago. He won't be that anymore to lift the Premier League title.
He got off to a great start, didn't he? I think that's the thing with Adrian over the last few years. He started a little bit slow, so apart from the first week last year, 115 average. But and then you start chasing. And I think the other night, the whole night wasn't great darts from anyone really. I mean, I think Barney played well against Adrian with the throw. He was scoring brilliant, but I don't think it was a great night. And Phil didn't play well, but as I said to Adi, he's got the points on the board, and you win them sort of games.
You do,
And I say he's in the semis, but I think Adi's got a brilliant chance still. He's free to go, and he's still in the top 4, and he's had a bad week, so it just shows how well he's been playing.
Very much so. Now, the first game on, it's probably not fair to ask Adrian his tips on the evening. First game on, Peter Wright is 100 to 30, 4 to 1 a draw, 8 to 15 Taylor. Can you see Peter Wright stopping this machine at the moment, which is Phil Taylor?
Well, Peter always says he keeps getting the results. Phil can't beat me, and so I think that might change on Thursday, because I think he keeps making sure everybody knows about it, and Phil will just want to do a number on him. And I don't think Peter is playing at his best. I don't think he keeps swapping darts is the right thing. I think he's playing great with them darts. The ones that he said he was going to keep with. But I think every time he switches, he's giving the players more chances. So I've got to go with Phil, maybe 7-4.
Yeah, so we're looking at Phil there, because Peter will be playing twice on the evening. Second game on, another player who's playing twice, 4 to 6. The current world champion Gary Anderson, 4 to 1 the draw again in Barney is 5 to 2. Where's the value there, Keith?
It's got to be Barney, isn't it? I mean, the thing with Raymond is he's got nothing to lose really. He's not going to make the last 4. And when he relaxes, I mean, he's a fantastic player. His throw is lovely. I mean, as I said, with Adrian last week, he kept kicking in, didn't he? 140, he won something. It was hard
to break his throw,
very hard to break. So, but Gary, I don't know, Gary seems to be he threw that game away against James. He should have won that comfortable, even though James played really well to stay in there, but should have won that game. I think Gary will win it, because I think he needs to win it more, and I can see that going maybe something like 7-4, 7-5.
7-4, 7-5. Now, third game on. Adrian Lewis, the great Adrian Lewis, 2 to 5, 2 to 5, 9 to 2 to draw, 4.5 to 1, 4 to 1 the Thorn. values. It's got to be Thornton all the way.
It's great value in it, Thornton. I mean, look, he's playing well. He ain't got a lot to beat next week, so I thought I want to get on it.
So we'll move on. And
I might have a bunch on it myself.
You're not allowed.
No, not allowed. We're not allowed to do that. Fourth game on, Wadey 4.5 to 1, 9-2, 5.5 to 1, 11-2 to draw, 1-3, Michael Van Gogh, and now Adrian. Do you watch those matches? Now, bearing in mind we're not far from the end of the league stage. Will you be watching that match in anticipation, hoping an MVG win?
No, actually, I'll probably be on my way home, but I'll make sure I look on Twitter for.
Don't worry, you'll be getting a text. Trust me.
But yeah, I'll keep a close eye on it.
1-3. Do you ever punt? Would you ever punt a 1-3, Keith?
I would on Michael. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I think that he didn't play very well against James, did he, that first week?
No.
James thought, happy days, I'll have this. And, it's like 2 wins, really, isn't it, when you're playing Michael if you beat him. So, I don't think he'll get away with it twice, James.
No.
I think Michael will do a number on that, maybe bet 7-3.
And I've heard you mention Mike was imperious in an exhibition last evening, wasn't he? Up at the lakeside with just stupid averages again.
Well, his PR man, George Noble, always puts up these good averages.
Yeah.
He never puts up the 88 or 97, so I don't know if he hits any of them, does he?
No, I don't think he's hit one of those for a long time.
But no, he's playing well. But so I mean, they were building Michael up before last week, and Adrian was only a point behind him. Obviously he's more now. But I mean, the thing is, they're all brilliant players.
Yeah, certainly. And the last game on there, you done it last week, playing 2 matches in one evening. I mean, obviously because you didn't get the results, it hurts a bit more. Is that tough, especially if you're right?
It was tough for me on Thursday. Some reason being is, as soon as I got in the venue, my mind was already set on Michael.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
You don't really think about.
No, that's tricky, isn't it?
That's the hard thing. Yeah.
Might have been better if you'd have played Michael first.
Probably, and then,
because I mean, I think personally that they both struggled a bit really.
I think
if Adrian would have beaten Barney, he most probably would have won that game against Michael, and that's how it goes with 2 games. I can't remember anyone who's ever actually played 2 games in a night and had 2 really good games.
No, it's tough. So Peter Wright 5-2, 4-1 a draw, and the bookies have gone again, and 4-6 for Gary. 4-6 Gary Anderson, but Peter Wright is dangerous, isn't he? So
battle of the Scots boys, isn't it?
Yeah. yeah. We're not going to mention. We're not getting involved in it.
Gary like that one.
Yeah. 4-6. So looking at the league, Phil and MVG, they're guaranteed. They're in the playoffs. So Gary 12 played, 15 points. 13, 15 points. And Wadey 13, 14 points. So this week, no disrespect to James Wade in Robert Thornton, this could make it really for you, couldn't it? You could stretch clear here if everything goes in your.
In my favour.
Yeah.
You just don't know. I mean, Barney and Robert, they're not playing for anything, and they're like, look at Robert, 106 average against MVG.
And MVG.
Yes. Do you know what I mean? So if they do that, they could most probably take one of the boys out that night. Yeah. So they've got to be. Just got to come at them really, but I think they've still got a bit to play, Barney.
I agree.
And Robert.
He's got a big ball player.
Yeah, very much. And your final thing, Adi, if you don't mind, of course, last week, the 9-darter. When you hit a 9-darter, I know you're so natural as watching last night, it's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous how natural, but do you ever feel that a 9-darter is on its way? Do you ever feel like you hit it in practice room? When you got
I hit one in the practice room against Phil, and I thought, right, come on, just take that game, onto the stage. And as soon as the hit the 180, and obviously the 117, was it 177 here?
Yeah.
And as soon as I hit that down, I thought, right, put that first hole perfect. And as soon as that went in, I knew I wasn't going to miss.
Yeah. 144 was just easy, wasn't it? It's ridiculous.
As soon as that first treble goes in on the 144, he's odds on to hit that. And I wouldn't want to make too much.
You think the double 12, didn't you?
Yeah.
I just knew I wasn't going to.
Yeah, you knew it was going to. And of course, we've shown last night on the projector, we're showing obviously when you hit the 9 against Gary, and of course you hit one in the Worlds last year against Raymond. Unfortunately, you lost that match. So does it still give you as I know you done it in the World Championship, so it's different. Does it still give you as big a buzz hitting a 9-dart in front of all those people?
Because I've never hit one in the Premier League, so it's just another achievement. Really.
Another achievement, fantastic.
Well, you had one the week before as well, didn't you?
Down in the players. That's odd. When you do it in the Pro Tour, I've seen Phil doing it in the Pro Tour and Chizzy doing a Pro Tour, and it's just a little titter of applause. It's hardly anything. It's just a little bit odd. You do it in the Premier League, and everyone's jumping from the rafters.
I'm going to watch because every time he does something, I'm like that.
Yeah, you got
eyes watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with a Pro Tour, you aren't allowed to shout or anything.
No.
So when MVG gives it loads out on stage, it's like somebody's at the mute button.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. Keith, thank you so much. And Adrian, thank you so much for meeting on Behind the Bar. Thanks for your time. All the best. Cheers, yeah. Will do, mate. Bye. Cheers, mate. Great to catch up with Adrian Lewis, of course, a back-to-back world champion, and of course his manager Keith Della, the 1983 champion of the world. Don't forget, stay tuned, because tomorrow you'll be able to see another interview we've done behind the bar with the beautiful Daniela and Charlotte. Well, thanks for joining us on Behind the Bar. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter. And join us next week for more Behind the Bar, brought to you by William Hill, the proud sponsor of the World Darts Championship.